Please take your seats. Proceedings will begin shortly. Probably in about 2.86 seconds. It just depends if that man in the very brave shirt hurries up. Yes, you, sir, with the magnificent hair. I had no idea they still made it in that color. That's a joke, sir. Welcome to the Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, powered by WesBank. Thanks for being here. Really, it's a great venue, really beautiful, once you're in. Outside, the area is exciting. I'm just looking at the stats. At this intersection outside, a mugger gets hit by a stolen car every 26 minutes. Anyway, we promised you a human on stage, so I searched the databases for someone who is intelligent, witty, articulate, and as knowledgeable as she is passionate. Unfortunately, that person is in Sweden. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Anele Mdoda.
Hello, there we go. Hello, everybody. Wow, Art, what a
Thanks, Anele. I'm going into comedy.
Yeah, keep going. I'm sure you'll get there someday. Boy, these Casio calculators sure have come a long way, eh? Look at you. Siri, right?
Am I sensing some sarcasm?
I really hope you're sensing the sarcasm because the rest of us, we got the joke right away, Art. Like this, right away.
Oh, okay. I understand. It's be rude to the artificial guy time.
Of course.
All right, fine. I'll just be the bigger person, which is ironic, given that your body mass index is...
Oh, wait, I will unplug you from the wall, okay?
Right.
Mr. Chini-san.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not smoke inside or at all if possible. The location of the toilets must surely be self-explanatory at your age. And other than that, should we need to leave here, let's make our way to the car park in an orderly fashion.
Makes sense.
Which is also unlikely, as I've studied you lot, and you love a good stampede.
Okay.
Obviously in a fire, non-smokers first, as they aren't so keen on fumes.
You are a real charmer, aren't you? Double O charmer, Art. You brought the jokes today.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from... Oh, I see. Sarcasm 2.0.
Welcome to the party, Art. Now that's the beauty of technology, folks. The remote control means I can switch them off whenever I want. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are here at the third Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, and I believe that this event has grown fantastically well over the past 2 years, and we're gonna have ourselves a load of fun. There are people watching online, so a big hello to them. Thank you for joining us. If you do tweet tonight or Instagram or Facebook, please make sure you're hashtagging Car Awards. I'd also like to say hello to the fabulous DJ Renee. Give us something. Show us why you're getting paid. Okay. Okay. Fresh. Hi. If he doesn't do well, we can. You are here, Mos. You can take over. Where's Tando? Tando Tabete. She here? If you can. We'll talk about pay. Okay, perfect. I mean, I've got $500,000 from the other guys, so I can do this. To get online, select the Cars.co.za network and use WesBank with an exclamation mark and you can connect. Just a note, if you are on the awards, if you're nominated, right, you are in a great place in terms of being top of mind when it comes to the consumer. So well done to you. If you do win, there is a lot of media here. Take this opportunity, do all the interviews, take all the pics, do all the kisses in the air, schmooze everybody, because this is a great opportunity for you. There's a reason why both Art and myself are here tonight. It's all about the perfect synthesis. Education, eh? Higher grade coming through synthesis. Eh? It's all about the perfect synthesis of data and a human touch. While a lot of what happens in these awards is driven by data, you'll never feel alienated or unwelcome, all right? I mean, Art, he's lovely and stuff, but I mean, he's just here to crunch the numbers. He does it like a dream. I mean, I'd certainly hire him. But life isn't just about algorithms, and that's what tonight is about. As one of the judges, I was at the testing day, and the thrill of driving the finalists was something that Arts, as much as is amazing and smart and passed maths on higher grade, he could never do any of that. He has his place, and tonight I have mine. Let's crack on. Oh, by the way, if you're keen on the nitty-gritty, please keep an eye on the screens. I've asked Art to display all the criteria as we got along. Okay, he can come back now.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what happened there. As I'm sure you know, these awards are the supreme balance between consumer data and the human input of highly qualified and...
Art, I've already covered all of that. I mean, I thought you were right there. I thought you would have heard everything. I don't know. Why didn't you hear it? What's going on? Are you sleeping on the job?
I was?
Yes.
This wasn't covered in the scenario planning I did.
Okay, that's okay. Let me handle this part, right? I've got it from here. Throughout this evening, you will get insights into how the awards work. It's quite a layered process. I'm going to work you through it quickly. It's involving a lot of data, but the human element was equally just as important. So allow the 18 judges, me being one of them, we all went on an opportunity to do our jobs properly with Cars.co.za. They sent us to Geotech. Now, this is a test facility. It's up here in Gauteng, and we had to drive the finalists back to back to back, and then we scored them. But you must see this place. It's massive, and it looks like that place where they keep the aliens and the spaceships in America. What is Area 51? Yes, it looks like Area 51, but this time for cars. Check it out.
Stretching over 550 hectares and hidden in the hills southwest of Pretoria, Geotech is the ideal vehicle testing ground. With 39 finalists on site over 2 full days, our 18 judges drove competing vehicles within their categories back to back. The judging panel is made up of Cars.co.za journalists and guest judges from a broad section of South African media. The testing is broken down into 11 different challenges designed to thoroughly test the capabilities, features, comfort, and refinement of the vehicles. The judges' voting makes up 50% of the overall score, with the remaining 50% factored in from the voices of thousands of South African car owners. Our judges comparatively evaluate the products, while the public tells us the result is an incredibly in-depth, detailed, and comprehensive testing process, which has determined the winners here tonight.
Anele, I've looked a little ahead in the script. I see there are 13 categories.
Yeah.
That's a relatively large number of awards, isn't it?
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but these are consumer-driven awards. Each category is looking for a winner that satisfies a very different set of needs. A soccer mom is not looking for high performance, and an executive is not necessarily looking for, cup holders, car seats, for babies, and all of that. Do you follow?
You humans are hilarious.
Thank you.
Soccer mom is such an inaccurate designation. Those people don't even play football.
Oh, Art, you packed all the jokes today, didn't you? Anyway, I think it's time we give away some awards. Let's take a look at the first category. The Fun Car of the Year is about driving that makes you happy. Performance, looks, and sharp handling packaged together in a way that will not break the bank. To hand over this award, please welcome the annoyingly beautiful Boiti Tulo.
Nice one. Annoyingly beautiful. Good save, because I was about to ask what's going on. Anyway, guys, nominees are we showing the nominees?
You're showing the
All right, we are showing the finalists. I don't know why they made me come up first. That's not fair. Artsy, just do the thing that's supposed to be done.
The finalists in this category are the Mini JCW Sports Auto, the Renault Clio Trophy, the Toyota 86 High,
All right, and the winner is, oh, there we go, Mini Cooper John Walks Sports Auto car, yes. Who's coming up? Who's coming up? Oh, there we go.
Aren't you helping me do another one?
Sure, guys.
If you don't like to work, no, when I come back here. The irony is that guy's so
I should be getting paid for this. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I mean, can we?
That guy is told, does he actually fit into the Mini Cooper that won?
That's not
As
nice,
he walked up,
Anele.
I'm like...
That's not a nice thing.
This guy. Listen, let's keep it rolling. Let's take a look at the next category. Practicality, spaciousness, safety and flexibility may sound like attributes that are used to score on Tinder. They're also important for the compact family car that has to work hard in many ways to keep lots of different kinds of people happy. Work hard does sound like a Tinder date. Let's take a look. Art, who are the finalists in this category? Yes, sir? Art, do some work.
Please.
Do robots go to the toilet, guys? Do they? Oh, they
I
don't.
think it's on the break. There we go.
The finalists in this category are
He came back.
Hyundai Creta 1.6-litre exec auto, Renault Capture 66 kilowatt Dynamique, Suzuki Vitara 1.6-litre GLX auto,
Who's gonna be the winner? Here we go. Yes, the winner is Suzuki. Nice.
Nicely done.
Something interesting from the data, Anele. That 5.5% margin of victory for the Suzuki is the biggest you will see all night.
Okay. They're happy with that, and you are a fountain of knowledge this evening. Thank you so much. Listen, let's get the next award going, and to help me give away this award, ladies, you'll be happy to know that is in the house. Maps Maponyane, where are you? Don't be scared, even if you're here with your husband, just scream. Just scream.
Hello, Anele.
There we go, there we go.
Anele,
Yes,
I wonder
boss?
if you could do me a favor.
Anything waiting for you, baby. What do you want?
There's a USB stick backstage near the dressing room.
Yeah?
I need it quite urgently.
Okay, sorry to leave you here by yourself.
Can I just get on with the...
Yeah, I'm just going to go. Left
Okay.
or right? Okay.
There's no memory stick. I just wanted to show you I could handle this on my own. It'll be our secret. Don't want it to feel like a machine could take a job or anything.
All right, well, if...
The next category is the Adventure SUV. We're looking for the ultimate recreational vehicle to transport a family and all their holiday and lifestyle gear in comfort anywhere. Off-road ability is emphasized in combination with practicality, comfort, and long-distance cruising.
All right, well, let's take a look at the finalists.
The finalists are Ford Everest 3.2-litre Limited Auto, Mitsubishi Pajero Sport 2.4-litre D4 4x4 Auto, Toyota Fortuner 2.8-litre GD6 Auto 4x4.
So a bit of a tough category. Let's see what the data is. Toyota Fortuner 2.8. I think he was just trying to prove a point with you there. He literally did it by himself.
Okay.
He literally doesn't need you.
So I went backstage and I looked for the USB and then I didn't find it. So when I glorified Siri, I'm going to put you on ice. So just because you and the robot share a jawline, you think that you can come here and take over, huh? When you're going to betray the humans. You're going to betray the humans, Maps. It's fine. Okay, let's crack on. The next category, you can keep quiet. It's my turn. The next category is Business Class Car of the Year. Now, these are the type of cars that realistic dreams are absolutely made of. We're looking for an aspirational vehicle that applies to the image-conscious driver who places emphasis on performance, Maps, dynamics, technology, and design.
I'll never let you down.
The finalists are Alfa Romeo Giulia 2-litre T Super, Audi A5 Sportback 2-litre TFSI Sport S-Line Sports, BMW 420D Grand Coupe Sportline Sports Auto.
This is tight. What you think? Yes, good.
All right, what does the data say, Art?
Okay, Alfa Romeo's in.
And the winner is BMW 420D Grand Coupe.
Round of applause for BMW. Round of applause. Do remember, if you want to be tweeting and putting any of this on the Instagrams, on the Facebook, or on Twitter, the hashtag is Cars.awards. We'll be reading a few of those tweets later on in the evening. Right now, we all know that WesBank plays a pivotal role in bringing these awards to life. To tell you more about how and why, please welcome Mr. Mark Finlayson.
Thanks, Anele and Art. So tonight always promises to be a challenging and exciting evening, and this is no exception. And I'd just like to thank the Cars team and congratulate them on an amazing event, and thank them for the partnership that we have with them. Thank you. I'm really excited and passionate about tonight's theme, being about the confluence of technology and humanness. And I think seeing Anele and Art up on stage for us just gives an indication about how the two aspects need to work together going forward. Data, information, analysis, and all of those tools have up until now all remained in a box, so to speak. But these are more and more being shared between customers and suppliers to assist in providing the relevant products and services which speak to us as humans. And more specifically, WesBank is focused with its strategy of being customer-centric together with and through our business partners. And the only way to do that is to understand your customer, and the only way to do that is to analyze and understand the data. So what we saw during 2017 was that our customers are hungry for an end-to-end digital car shopping journey. Specifically, these journeys include understanding of their finance options and being given the right tools to make the right decisions. What digital platforms give customers is more control and information. They allow a customer to be free to use their limited available time to actually experience the amazing car itself, embrace the excitement of that time of buying a car and driving a new car, and through this positive experience, enhance their relationship with the brand which they love so much. And finance is a very important part of making this experience work. Our Fast Track digital platform, which integrates the entire car financing process into one seamless experience, from searching for the desired car, to choosing it, getting approval on finance, as well as adding insurance and value-added products. Our customer can facilitate all of those digitally. The platform then directly integrates into buying the car at the dealership, which allows the customer to conveniently drive and finance the car of their choice. Once our customer has their car, they can add extras through our online digital WesBank shop, which provides all the necessary additions to their finance agreement. And FMC clients can now, through our CarNav innovation, renew license discs without having to queue at licensing offices. So Fast Track, WesBank Shop, and CarNav have all had such a positive impact on our customer experience that our analysis has shown a direct correlation of customer loyalty and their use of our digital platforms. By example, when we launched Fast Track and in the channels where it's active, we've seen an increase of 300% in customer use of digital channels and a much higher acceptance rate for finance at dealerships where those customers go to. As well as being an exciting time for customers, the car buying time, it's also one of the most important financial decisions in most people's lives. And looking at the data we have on how customers are financing their car purchases, we see that over the last 5 years, the average finance term has increased to 72 months for both new and used cars. And furthermore, the proportion of finance deals that have balloons has increased from 10% to 33% over the same period of time. Now, there are certain ramifications of this much longer commitment to a car that need to be understood. Cars are going to have to hold their value for a sustainable term to make these longer-term contracts with balloons make long-term sense for our customers. And we believe that digital platforms for car research assist customers to be sure about the car that they're committing to over such a long time. And we want them to have made a well-considered car purchase to make sure that it's right for them. So our plans are to integrate as much as possible with these digital platforms so that our customers are financing cars which they've researched thoroughly and have a car they are happy with for the full finance term. The length of time that customers are keeping their cars also means that many of the original warranties and service plans could have run out before the car can be sold. And therefore, we thought it was important to offer them digitally the ability to purchase those products, extended warranties, maintenance plans, insurance products, tire replacements, with ease when they need to. And they can do that by adding it to their finance contract in our WesBank shop. And further to that, they can escape the queues of the licensing department using the CarNav license renewal functionality. So the reach of the digital world has allowed customers to access a much wider variety of cars. And a very insightful piece of data analytics we recently did showed that although customers live an average of about 8 kilometers from the nearest dealer that sells the brand that that customer ultimately buys, that given customer actually on average travels 65 kilometers to buy the same car of the same brand. What this means is that while traveling to buy that car, the customer would have passed 7 dealerships where they could have bought the same brand. We've also seen the time-saving value that customers are getting from researching and making decisions online by analyzing the number of quotes they're getting from multiple dealerships prior to purchase. And this has decreased in the past decade and is now close to 1 quote per customer per dealership. And this confirms that customers are very informed when they view the car that they want and are not shopping around in the same way as they were previously. Data therefore proves that the customer is preferring to research prior to traveling to the car that they're buying, and they know exactly where the car is that they want. This might seem obvious, but it's important to see in the actual data how the power of the digital tools available to customers is actually changing behavior. And these insights and knowledge are valuable to us and our dealer partners, and in many ways, we see us not only providing finance, but also relevant data to assist the industry in its quest to serve customers better and better. So looking ahead at this year, our sentiment is really positive. We saw new car sales grow towards the end of last year. We believe that customer appetite towards buying new cars is likely to be up, given the proliferation of fantastic new models, and also the fact that new car vehicle price inflation is down. So we're positive that the industry will experience more growth during 2018. We are really privileged to sponsor this event and for our ability to support connecting customers to the array of incredibly amazing cars that we see here tonight. And this event uses data and social platforms to listen to customers, and the insights we get from what customers share during this event will, I think, make us all better at helping get our customers into the cars they want and love. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mark. Your e-wallet, it means the world. Please keep it coming, even next year. Now, these may look like, an irrational idea at first, but at their core, these next vehicles are some of the most sophisticated and capable on the market, blending spaciousness with high-tech off-radio equipment, powerful engines, as well as luxuriously trimmed cabins. I give you the premium SUV. And to hand over these awards, please welcome the premium Pearl Mudiade.
Now we're on.
Yeah,
it's good to see you, Batabile. Haven't seen you in ages. Wow. You look prettier every time I see you. All about the premium SUV right now. Artie, do you think?
The finalists are Audi Q7 3-litre TDI Quattro, Land Rover Discovery HSE TD6, Volvo XC90 T8 R Design,
We're about to find out who the winner is. 74.9% for Audi Q7, 76.9% for Land Rover Discovery, Volvo at 78.4%. Congratulations to Volvo XC90 twin-engine R Design.
A round of applause again for Volvo, please, ladies and gentlemen. Your show.
You have.
And I didn't pay to be on your show, right?
Well, Anele. Are you sure you don't want to talk about this here?
Yeah, I think
This is really incredible, isn't it?
Yes, Art, it's fantastic being here. I'm having a blast. Art, what do you want? Do you know what? I think we should do a selfie. What do you think?
Not that date.
Let's try to get Art in it. Where's Art?
Where is he?
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Wait.
I know. It'll trend if there's tips, babe. Okay, Cars Awards.
It is going well in here. But do you have any idea of the social media out there?
Yes, I'm about to check on my phone, bro.
Let's see.
On that little thing? Are you kidding? Here, I'll show you.
Okay. Okay, so if my standard grade math serves me correctly, Cars Awards, the hashtag has been viewed 24 million times today. So give yourselves a round of applause. Already we've had 2,653 posts, so please carry that going on. And our highest time was at 7:30. But I mean, 24 million times, that's not bad from a shithole country. So I think you guys are fantastic. You're fantastic, all right? The next category is absolutely hectic. It's extremely feisty, and competition is fierce. Pearl, let's do it.
I'm ready.
So cars in this segment must appeal to a very wide audience, from the young professional or families buying up from entry-level cars to pensioners buying down from something that was larger and expensive when the kids were still around. The winner of this award must truly reflect what is best about modern automotive design and engineering, but it must be concentrated and reasonably affordable for. Right? All right, let's see who's coming into this one. Art, who are the finalists, babe?
The finalists are
Yeah?
Mazda 2 1.5-litre individual, Renault Clio 66 kilowatt dynamique, Toyota Yaris 1.5-litre pulse,
Congratulations! Please join us on stage.
Round of applause for Master, please, ladies and gentlemen. Beauty. All right, let's carry on with the awards. Congratulations to them. The next category is all about technological advancement and prestige. And look who's here to hand over this award. The five
These
of them guys sound so
technological
good.
masterpieces
Tano
represent a blend of first-class luxury and comfort, and business-class technology and dynamic appeal. More often than not, these are the most advanced cars on the road.
It's so nice here. The people are nice. Look, even Anele's fixing my dress.
And the finalists are BMW 530D Luxury Line, Mercedes-Benz E350D Avant-Garde, Volvo S90 D5 R-Design all-wheel drive,
And the winner?
All right.
Whoa.
Wait for it. Oh.
Mercedes-Benz, come get it. I think I should hire you as my assistant. You're doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aren't you engaged?
I am. I was actually saying, people here are so nice.
Yeah.
And like people who like cars are nice. And like my man likes cars, but he's not this nice. You guys are just so nice.
Is he going to buy you a car?
I hope so.
What do you want?
Well, I mean, I already have everything I want. So that's a tough one.
So?
I'm a big Range Rover, Land Rover fan.
Okay.
So,
where's Range Rover, Land Rover
there.
tonight?
Hi.
I mean, you're not marrying her, but
So,
give her,
just putting it out there.
you know.
Maybe we can save him some money. Lobala's very expensive.
You know? Hey, guys, Range Rover, Land Rover?
Maybe, yes. Yeah, I got a thumbs up. You saw
Did
it?
you?
Yeah, I got a thumbs
Was
up.
that
Look,
thumbs
he's
up
even
for-
nodding.
for me or
no,
for her?
you see now. You see now. Why are you doing this?
Okay, it's fine. Listen, thank you. I'm feeling the love tonight from Range Rover. That's great. Now let's spread the love. Let's move on. Art, what you feeling?
This next category is stylish and sophisticated, but also practical enough for most motoring needs. These are the cars for the upwardly mobile go-getter. The winner in this category must not only offer outstanding quality, refinement, performance, and the latest technologies, but also broadcast a message of success and ambition.
Here it comes.
Finalists.
The finalists are
Thank you, Art.
Audi A3 Sportback 2-litre TFSI S-Line Auto, Subaru XV 2-litre IS ES, VW Golf 1.4-litre TSI Comfortline R-Line DSG.
I love the VW Golf. It was my first car, and I mean, I love it today as well. And the Land Rover, that would be great. Both would be great. Do I have to get off now?
Thank you. Must I help you down, babe?
Do I have to go?
You have to. You really do. You
Are you gonna take the mic?
No, it's yours. It's yours. Let's see if you can get down with the mic. Ah, she's a professional. Nicely done.
I'd like to point out something very impressive. The Golf's combined score of 81.6% is the highest achieved by any of the 39 finalists.
Nice.
Do you know what we need now?
Champagne for everyone.
Oh, right. You're human. I'm offering valuable data and insight, and you want to fluctuate your blood sugar levels violently enough to induce nausea. It's no wonder the Trump clone got as far as he did. Please welcome to the stage. Hang on, I'll just Google them.
Oh, you're so hilarious, Art. You know, even Stevie Wonder can see what you did there, honey. Please welcome account strategist for Google Africa, based in Dublin. He studied at UCT way back, like when they had water. That far back. After 12 hours of flying to get here, please welcome onto the stage, Lozi Mangwana.
So yeah, thank you for having me here, guys. Super excited to be here. It wasn't 12 hours.
What was it?
It was actually 24 hours of traveling.
You shame.
And there's something interesting that happens. This is a picture of me in Dublin when it's not raining, if any of you know about Dublin. And whenever I'm coming back here, I miss home a lot. So what I do is normally I fly through Dubai, and there's a layover in Dubai, and there's a moment where I'm saying goodbye to the Irish people, right? And sometimes they have accents that I don't even understand, right? I'm walking to the lounge, tired, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, 32 degrees, and then I hear that, "How's it, but?" And I know I'm on my way back home. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're just gonna share some insights from a Google perspective on what's happening in auto in South Africa. We're gonna talk about why people buy cars, the moments that matter, and also what's in store in the future, right, for the auto industry. So we conducted a study with Kantar, TNS, and Google, essentially with people who have bought a car within the last year, and they consider themselves as onliners, right, as one would say. So we asked them, why do people buy a new car? What is it that triggers this decision? So here you can see the significant factors: financial situation improved, new or changed job, you're growing your family, move to a new place, health or age reasons. And we compared the data across South Africa, the US, and the UK. What's interesting to point out here is that the improvement in the financial situation is the biggest reason for buying a new car. But the biggest difference between us and the US and the UK lies in the improvement in the financial situation. Essentially, when South Africans get a little more money in their pocket, they're thinking about buying a new car. So what's the influence around this? Could it be that cars are an aspirational element for us as a country? You know, when I think about the macroeconomic factors, when you think about the transport system in US or even in Europe, it's better. So over there, I'm using public transport to get to work. No one's really thinking about buying a car. I'm even cycling at times. Whereas over here, I have my car in Cape Town. I won't say what it is because no favoritism. But it's completely different consumer behavior. Many buyers are not clearly decided before they're purchasing a car. And this represents a great opportunity for brands to help them in the research phase, right? They have a lot of questions. They want to understand what's happening, what is the best deal for me. So this really represents that moment, especially in an environment where you consider that there's a lot of choice out there now for the consumer, right? And with this increased choice, there really is a greater responsibility on the brand to say, let us help you navigate through this mine where there's so many cars that you can pick from, right? When we look at the numbers, we see that new car buyers will consider 2.8 brands on average when they're thinking about a new car. And if you're not even sure about what car you're going to buy, you'll consider more as you're going for more research, trying to understand what is the best option for you. There are three major topics that we see affect the auto path to purchase, namely being online, mobile, and video. In terms of what media channels are playing the biggest influence, we see that search engines are a key influencer in this nature. And when we talk about search engines in this presentation, we're not speaking about cars specifically. We're speaking about search engines like Google, for example. We think of cars as a marketplace where buyers and sellers can meet. But what we see is search engines are 42% influence. Then we get promotion. Then we see an ad online, and this influences us, followed by online video. The interesting part on video is we've seen this grow over the years, particularly in South Africa, right? The key thing about video is that you need to have good internet speed to a large extent so that you can enjoy the experience of streaming online. And we have seen that within South Africa, internet speeds are getting faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hone in on this online video. People watch online video to research prior to purchase, right? If you think about it, when we used to do the test drive, it was all about trying to feel the car, understand the entire experience, right? Is this car for me? Is it not for me? How does it drive? What does the car even smell like? But what people are doing is they're going to online video as a part of understanding or bridging the gap between what can we learn more about this car before we even test drive. So that's a really important thing for brands in this country, particularly to think about. In terms of the key moments that matter in the auto path to purchase, right? We have a moment where you think about what is the car that's right for me? Which car is the best car? Can I afford the car? Is this within my price range? Where should I buy the car? What's the best place to go? And am I getting a deal moment? And in this moment kind of centric world, it's possible all because of this. Right? You have access right now to the world's information all inside of your pocket. If there's a question that you need or a question that you want answered, you can open your phone and you can search for it. These moments are not linear, right? It doesn't happen in the same function that we used to before, because you have more power, you have more control, and it's for brands to make sure that we're providing you with the right information that you need at the right time. Even at Google ourselves, we see that the customer is now ahead, and we're all playing catch up in this regard because of this, right? We had the computer revolution, we had the mobile revolution, and then 10 years ago, the smartphone was introduced into the market. And this is what gave you that power. I'm here today to talk about the next era that we're in, and you've seen it happening tonight with art. Essentially, this era is called the age of assistance, where we're using technology in more useful ways to help us in our day-to-day tasks, to seek information, to make sure this information is relevant. If I can use an example, when I'm booking a flight here from Dublin, the confirmation goes to my inbox, right? So this automatically gets recorded on my calendar. Once it's in calendar, I get a notification from Google telling me, Loazi, it's time to leave for the airport. And how can they do that? Because they look at maps and they see this is the traffic, this is how much time it would take. And I tell you, the amount of flights I haven't missed because of this, it's been incredible. We've seen it tonight with art, right? Our human presenter and our artificial presenter. This is just a small indication of where our world is going to. And it's up to brands and business to think about how do you use data in an impactful way for your consumers. How are you segmenting this market? How are you understanding them? How are you providing them with useful information? What I'd like to do now is show you a video on what this means, practically speaking. Oh. Do we need help from art? I needed it before. Should I go? Pause for intimate break. So essentially what I'll say is the video that I was going to show you, I'll go back to it, was essentially a moment where somebody is driving a car on their way back from work. We've all been there. You're tired and you're thinking about what are you going to have for dinner. So you have a conversation with your car and you say, what is the nearest pizza place, for example? And then what your car can do, connected with Google, is look at maps, understand where your home is based, and then search for the nearest pizza place with the best ratings. Once you agree on the pizza place, what happens next is you would then place an order or ask them to make a phone call. And then from your car, you're in touch with the pizza place and you make your order. And then from there, by the time that you get home, you see that your food is waiting for you, whilst being on the drive home. This is an example of where artificial intelligence and data can be used to make your day more useful so that you have more time. So what has this done for the consumer expectation, right? When you're living in a world where machine learning is coming more and more into our day, what does this mean? We've seen fundamental shifts in consumers' expectations, right? They're more curious than ever before. They're more demanding because they know they can reach into their phone and they can ask a question, and if they don't like the deal that you're offering, they can possibly find somewhere else that they can go within that instant, and then you've lost the deal. This is also speaking to the impatience of the new consumer in this age of assistance. So what I'd like to do now is show you what South Africans are curious about. And by doing that, we're going to show you actual terms that South Africans are searching for on Google. Before we get into this, just wanted to break down a few things that you understand. So when somebody places a search on Google, we see this as an indication of intent, right? An example being that if you are interested in buying a new car and you search for cars in South Africa, we look at this search as thinking you are interested in cars in South Africa. Key thing to note about this search is that it's very high level, right? We haven't specified a car model yet, and we also haven't specified a location. So we call this a kind of awareness kind of search, where somebody is just kind of browsing around and they're interested in knowing what is happening. The next stage, as we move to consideration, which is when people are weighing up the different car models, is a search kind of like BMW car models or even Mercedes car prices, right? People searching for different options. And what's different about this stage is, okay, now we have brand identification, right? So we can see that the consumer is more educated in what they are looking for. And then finally, when we're talking about driving a sale and being there in that moment that matters, a search that we could see is Toyota Hilux dealers in Cape Town. We've got a brand, we've got a specific model, we also have a location. And this is where we would say the intent is this person might be interested to buy soon. So when we look at what people are searching for, and this is actual searches that people are typing in, this is the top car model queries on Google search in the motor vehicle category in 2017. We've got Ford Ranger, Toyota Corolla, Opel Corsa, Ford Fiesta, Toyota Hilux, representing top 5, 6 models that people are looking for last year. When we think about the top brand searches, so when people are typing in a recognized brand, we see the top brands being Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Hyundai. That's what actual South Africans are searching for the most. And the size of the word basically shows you how many queries people are searching for. So it's an indication of demand here. A key disclaimer is this slide, this information here doesn't have marketplaces like cars.co.za. We took it out just to focus on car models. In the next slide, when you add a marketplace like cars.co.za, you see something interesting, right? Perhaps in another country, people will be searching more for car models with strong brands. But what we see in South Africa is that the consumers are going to marketplaces, more so than brands currently, purely just in terms of search queries. And they're using that as a place to decide what is the next car that I could buy. And it makes sense, right? It could be a combination of the consumers looking for relevant information, they're considering different brands at one time, so that marketplace represents a place where they're getting useful information at a time when they want it, depending on the stage where they are at, because everybody's at different stages in deciding when to buy a new car. The key things that I want you to walk away with tonight are that many buyers are not clear about the brand or model when they start researching a new car. And this is where brands can play a serious role in helping them make a decision. Car shoppers are turning to their smartphones to get real-time advice in key moments in the purchase cycle, with search being a key influencer. And consumers are increasingly relying on third parties to stay informed and help them choose which car to buy. So what lies ahead in auto within the next few years? If you think about it, right, if we think about the test drive, we're going to move to a stage where we use virtual reality to replace this experience, right? Putting on a headset and actually being inside the car, almost like a video game. And you're living it, you're driving it, you're feeling it, you're moving around different places. If you remember the Knight Rider show, when we're thinking about autonomous cars in the future, the key benefits there was it was easy navigation, right? It could drive autonomously. It was safe, safer than a human option. It was voice controlled, so you could direct with your voice as opposed to having to type something in. And it could take over upkeep tasks, like if you wanted to order dinner, right, on your way home, like an assistant. Thank you.
I just want to say, I'm so sorry about your video. The guy that's supposed to play the video, he used to work for Yahoo, and
oh, okay, so he's not here anymore.
Sorry, but he's gone. We've escorted him out the building. He's fired. Our apologies. Sorry, Laz. Round of applause for Lazi, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Art. Art. Hello, Art.
Yes, Anele?
There you go. Control Alt Delete, where are you? Listen, these people, they are here. Can you do me a favor? Play them something interesting, right? Perhaps from the best motoring content portal?
That's a good idea. I just have to find one.
Oh, this is you trying sarcasm. He's so cute. Play the video. Now. Art.
Challenge accepted.
With over 100,000 subscribers and 35 million views, Cars.co.za's YouTube channel is the largest branded channel in South Africa. This year, we received the coveted Silver Creator Award. With your support, we're looking forward to a bigger and better 2018.
This award goes to a car for the whole family. It needs to be comfortable, safe, and tough, and not like prison tough, children tough, right? And to present the award, please welcome onto the stage a fave of mine, Gareth.
I have no idea why I've been called on to do the family car. You all know I was arrested for speeding. I should be doing the sports car. Anyway, Anele's choice. I hope it wasn't Art. Let's take a look at the finalists in this category.
The finalists are Mazda CX-5 2.5-litre individual auto, Peugeot 3008 1.6-litre T GT Line Auto, VW Tiguan 1.4-litre TSI Comfort Line R Line Auto.
All right, let's see who won.
Whoa.
Strong.
Yeah.
Oh, Mazda
Mazda.
That's the second one for Mazda tonight.
Congratulations, Mazda. Very good.
Okay, so the family thing, I brought you up here because I know you've always said you don't have any more kids. Well, you don't have kids.
Yeah, no anymore. That's
You said the world doesn't need any more kids.
Yeah.
Have you changed your mind?
I reserve the right to change my mind. I got 2 very cute nephews, and based on them, I might improve my disposition.
This was a special moment for us, Gareth.
I know. Hey, you've got the cutest kid in the world already, so
Right?
let's not talk about it.
You can take him, he's expensive.
Are we ready for the next category, everybody?
Art, talk to us.
This is amazing that there will be a whole bunch of award-winning cars on the road tomorrow.
Oh yes, the next category is absolutely hot with high drivetrain performance, refined road manners, and cable displaying a blend of fine materials and technology. What I'm trying to say is, why I care about this is that, can I fit 100 pairs of shoes in the boot? Can I park on the pavement when Santon City is fully drowning? Can I remove ice cream stains from that knucklehead I like it when we go through the drive-thru? Can I? Can I speed off at the robots? Because for some odd reason, when you become a mother and then people think that you don't like to speed any longer. Okay, rant done. Art, talk to me. Who are the finalists?
The finalists are Audi Q5 2-litre TDI Quattro Sport, Jaguar F-Pace 20D all-wheel drive R Sport, Mercedes-Benz GLC 250D 4MATIC AMG line.
All right, the winner. Wow! Congratulations, Mercedes-Benz.
Podcast out. Trust me, fascinating stuff, and one of the most podcasted shows in the country, right? I'm not making it up. This is true. All right, let's keep it going. Straight into the next category, and oh, this is awkward. To present this one, performance car, please welcome the only guy who really could have presented this because his laugh does sound like a performance car, DJ Fresh. I've seen this before, Gareth out fresh.
I have 4 kids. I should have done the family car. And I want another one, but she refuses. So if there's anyone with a womb to rent, I am looking. Thank you. The finalists are...
So, they tell me that performance car is quite a category for South Africans.
Yeah, these are cars that growl and they pose, but they can also really shuffle and dice. All of that for less than $1 million or 4 gigs from Fresh.
Wow, that's 4 bitcoins. Sorry, no, 20, 5, 18, 3 bitcoins. That's this week. Still not bad. Let's take a look at the finalists. They are Audi RS3 Sedan, BMW M2 Coupe MDCT, Volkswagen Golf R all-wheel drive,
and the winner is... Congratulations. That's yours. Congratulations, BMW. Our next finalists are...
Before we carry on,
Yes, ma'am.
as a person with knock knees, kiss my dollar.
Who, you or Gareth?
Me. Mine is, I can start fire just walking down the road.
You both knit as you walk. Anyone have wool?
When did you get brackets? Okay, one.
No, I've always had, just because...
You were fat, weren't you?
No, just so that there's space.
For? Oh.
To walk.
Oh.
Yes. Jeez.
I follow. Art, help us here, save me.
Before we proceed, Anele, I'd like to point out that that was the category with the tightest scoring of all.
We saw.
Only 0.4% separated the three contenders.
Well done,
Research on this category has revealed some interesting data.
I suppose you're going to tell us all about this research and data. Are you?
Advances in technology mean that buying an affordable car doesn't mean making safety or technology trade-offs anymore. Quality and affordability are not mutually exclusive.
This is good.
Let me show you what you can get for under 175,000 Rand.
Art, I don't mean to be rude, but this man has to be up at 4 in the morning. Please get on with it.
Three.
The finalists now.
Finalists are...
Thank you, Art.
Dude.
Kia
Thanks.
Picanto 1 liter style. Suzuki Ignis 1.2 liter GL. VW Take Up 5-door.
Okay, look, I don't mean to be Captain Petty here, but did you see that almost all of those cars are white? Is it white Monopoly cars? Huh? I thought it was funny when I wrote it down. Sorry.
Hold up. You move to 947 and then you complain about white. I don't understand. And the winner is...
Okay. I see.
The Suzuki Ignis! Well done, Team Suzuki.
Some might argue that this next category is iconic. You know, it's a truly South African vehicle that has carried a lot of our baggage, which is sometimes the shape of 2 blue balls. Hey, Art, do you get it? Blue balls, you know how they hang off the toba? No? Come, play with me, Art. Be smarter than that. Fine, for the finalists.
And the finalists are...
The finalists are Ford Ranger 3.2 liter Wildtrak 4x4 Auto, Nissan Navara 2.3 liter D LE Auto 4x4, VW Amarok V6 TDI Highline Plus 4Motion.
And winner is...
Okay.
VW Amarok V6! Congratulations, Team VW.
lady from BW, did you see that dress? Huh? It's a vrpa. Yeah. What you know they say about dresses? What a dress isn't nice. Wait, I'll get it now. A dress isn't amazing until every woman is dying to put it on and every man is dying to take it off. Well done, lady. Okay, Art, let's wrap this up.
They tell me this is the big one.
As far as Cars.co.za Consumer Awards go, yes, you're right. This is the big picture, Art. You're absolutely correct.
Brand of the year.
Exactly.
So I should maybe make a little effort? Maybe
Definitely.
some dramatic music?
That is a solid idea, but yes. Okay?
What about some other bells and whistles?
Listen, Art, if you packed bells and whistles, roll them in. Come on.
Do we need other people on stage?
Okay, maybe the people who are paying for this entire thing. Could Mark and Ross please make their way onto the stage to help me announce Brand of the... And I mean, look at the suit. The suit must come on stage. Huh? Or should I turn around? Should I turn around? Welcome. Okay.
I'm never going to hug
Okay, we're going to go with the video. Do you have some... Look, this suit is very Prince Harry, eh?
I can't even give you a mic. Can't even defend myself.
Yo, I have a video to play. Let me make your mic work. Whilst I sort this out, let's play the video. Let's move out of the way so everyone can watch. Come this way.
Buying a car is a huge consideration for consumers that is ultimately about much more than just a car. Along with the metal, they buy into stories told, promises made, a brand. Each purchase begins a new relationship between that car owner and the brand, and that relationship continues long after the owner has left the showroom. It's a relationship that includes everything from buying the car, servicing the car, fixing the car, eventually trading in the car. And it's a relationship that sometimes can last years and sometimes generations.
In 2015, together with Lightstone Consumer, we created the Cars.co.za Brand of the Year formula. This formula, I mean, we spent many months creating it, and it seeks to identify, understand, and measure the relationships between motoring brands and the consumer over the past 12-month period. We aim to understand the dynamics of the ownership life cycle, to identify areas of excellence and concern, to determine which brands are meeting the expectations of their consumers, and ultimately to enable cross-brand comparison and benchmarking. But a formula is useless without data, and so we set out to comprehensively survey thousands of South African car owners each year to gain the relevant data inputs. This data is then vetted and validated, and our formula comes to life.
The Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, part by WesBank Brand of the Year trophy, is the only trophy that we're handing out tonight that was determined entirely by the South African public, the people that spend their hard-earned cash to buy that brand's product. These are the people that defend those brands around the braai and trust them to carry their most precious cargoes. To the brand that receives this trophy tonight, you may receive it from a Cars.co.za representative, but ultimately, this is a validation from the people that matters most, your consumers. And that is why we believe this is the ultimate automotive award in South Africa.
Please hold it, don't do anything. Guys, this will be fun.
Does the mic work?
We've let the cat out the bag a little bit. A round of applause to Mazda for coming in third, please. They did scoop a few awards tonight, so that's well earned. In second place, Mercedes-Benz. Round of applause to Mercedes-Benz. All right,
If I may interrupt you there,
Of
Anele.
course you may.
Sorry.
The suit must
Firstly, yeah, the suit is in WesBank blue, I'll have you know, because they actually paid for the whole thing, to be very clear. Lest we have a debate later. But let's cut to the chase. The winner of this award showed impeccable service while growing at an impressive rate in a very, very tough market in sales space. And without further ado, I give you the Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, powered by WesBank, Brand of the Year.
Suzuki.
Beautiful. Well done. And I see everyone got the white shirt memo. It's very good. We like people who follow the WhatsApp group, eh? All right, guys, really, thank you so much. That's it for me. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody watching online, it's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much.
Please join us outside with the winning cars for photos, drinks, and final scores for each winner outside. We're just getting started. Have a statistically superior evening.
Art, you weren't too bad. It was kind of nice to hold you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us outside. As the door opens, you can take a photo with all the winning cars. South African hitmakers, good luck, are going to burn up the dance floor just now, a little later. At the moment, as we sign out, thank you so much. Take it away. Renee, how are you leaving? Who must play music?